Welcome to There's Something Wrong with My Blind Date. And it's about your blind date who is or isn't suspicious. My name, I am of course Bao. I am him. And my hobbies are cooking, reading, gaming, music, shopping, arts and crafts. Well, I'd like to say everything, but I can't select everything, so I'm just gonna go with this. This makes sense. All right. My favorite quote. Uh, all right. Tuesday. It's raining. Should have brought an umbrella or the rain feels nice. I'm just gonna select what I am. I'm just gonna be the main character. Yeah. So it's gonna be my choices. I'm not trying necessarily to go for the best ending or the worst ending, but we'll see. And later I can like choose everything. So I'm gonna save. So, and now the rain feels nice. The rain feels nice. The sharp droplets of water make you feel grounded in your body. The roads are empty, night creeping into the city. Despite your protests, the nurses had to shoo you out, with visiting hours having been over. You try to think about the hospital behind you. You try to ignore the image of your mom in the small, white room, the smell of disinfectant and the coughing of other patients in the ward. She's always been your hero. She taught you to be kind, she taught you to be strong. She raised you on her own and told you how proud she was to call her your son. What the fuck? To call you her son. It hurts to see her in that room, hooked up to all sorts of tubes and IV drips, her skin bruised from the needles. As usual, you had paid her a visit, and as usual, she gave you a reassuring smile, telling you that everything will be alright. You try to ignore what the doctor told you, stage D heart failure. 1 year left, maybe less. You think about your mom again. She lost weight, her eyes look sunken, the wrinkles on her face more prominent. Has your hero always looked this small? You look up at the sky. I should get out of the rain. There's something wrong with my blind date. Glass Lounge Bar. A bell chimes as you open the door, announcing your arrival. Hello there, robot lady. Welcome to the Glass Lounge. Oh, it's you. Miss me? Not particularly, no. You walk on over to the bar, taking a seat in front of C2. Bow? You're dripping water all over the floor. Save. Let's change subject. And you're dripping out in the new fit. What's the occasion? And you're dripping out in the new fit. What the fuck? Okay, what's the occasion? I've never seen you with a bow tie before. The Android sighs. New policy. We have a formal dress code now. Huh? Why is that? We've received a few complaints from some of the male customers. They think they like how their girlfriends were fawning over a member of the staff. It was Finn, wasn't it? Yes. Logically speaking, I don't see how this new change is supposed to help. The issue is with the face, not his clothes. That's what you get for hiring Helen of Troy. Maybe you should... Achoo! Your hostility wipe at your face. You hastily wipe at your face. The android blinks. You can hear the sound of its motors wiring as it focuses its lenses onto you. My scanners are detecting a drop in your body temperature. Nothing a few rounds of alcohol won't fix. Exactly. Fixing your problems and forgetting about them are two vastly different things. Counterpoint, forgetting is easier. We'll see how easy it is when you wake up in a dumpster behind the 24/7 diner on 7th Street with your wallet gone and your right shoe missing. Oddly specific. People tell me things. Your memory scares me sometimes, but I guess that's why you make the best drinks. Flattery will get you nowhere. Not even a discount? No. Ooh. You shake your head, and a few droplets of water fly into different directions. The bartender seems unamused as usual. You wonder if its burnt out attitude a result of its programming, or if it's just jaded from being stuck working in a bar for the past 2 decades. Say, what's new as of late? Got any cool new stories to tell? Holy shit, it got really loud. Can you please? Thank you. Say, what's of new as of late? Got any cool new stories to tell? That depends. What would you like to know? Alright, gotta save this shit again. New stories. Let's talk about current events. Current events, the new things, the news, things like that. You get constant updates, right? I do. RSS feeds, APIs. It keeps me up to date with all the latest information. Cool. You're like a newspaper, an encyclopedia, all built into one. I'm technology mankind could have only dreamed of 500 years ago, and you dumb me down to a few bounded sheets of paper. Struck a circuit there, didn't I? Get it? 'Cause she's a robot. Get it? 'Cause she's a robot. Do you want to hear the news or not? Yes, please. Do you know of Paths? Paths? The company? Conglomerate. They originate with a diverse portfolio in banking, railroads, construction, oil, and in the past few centuries pivoted to other technological investments. In fact, I would not be here today if it weren't for their sponsorship of AI development. My creator's success is largely attributed to past financial backing. Wow, I didn't know about that, so what's up with them? Journalists and news outlets have become aware that past board of directors are currently undergoing some kind of internal conflict. Not much is known at the moment, but stakeholders are uneasy and the media is constantly on the search for any bit of information. A split between a board could greatly impact company performances and internal policies, resulting in instability for the organization as a whole. And nobody wants to see one of the oldest, largest conglomerates in history fall apart. It could result in a major economical shift and loss of jobs for millions. Well, that's no good. You sigh, stretching your arms up in the air. Man, I was hoping this would cheer me up, but I don't think that really helped. I admit, I'm not equipped to assist you with your personal problems. You think that at this point they'd come up with some sort of emotional support software for you guys? Androids have no need for emotions. That would pose a security risk. Beep boop. I sometimes forget that you are not a real person. I kinda see you as a buddy. The android shakes its head. Don't mistake what we have as friendship. Human connections do not mean much to me. Fortunately, for both of us, I'm not the only one in your life. The bartender glances behind you. You have a good support network, Bao, and people who really care about you. You should make the most of it. Speaking of which, here comes one now. Puppy? Bao? Bao, hi. Pups. Pup, holy shit. I don't like the word pups. What a coincidence. What are you doing here? He looks... Wait, I have to do it. I just finished up at the lab. Professor Joy helped us up to go over some of our findings. Anyways, I was on my way home when the rain started to really pour. I didn't bring an I didn't bring an umbrella with me, and the bar was nearby, so I thought I'd come in here to wait out the worst of the storm. Guess the weather caught us both off guard, huh? Somebody should fire the rain guy. Badumch. The meteorologist. Actually. He can meteorolo these fists. Better watch out, weather boy. You're paying for my dry cleaning. Anyways, sit. Grab a drink with me. Might as well since you're already here, right? On a Tuesday night? Wow, I have classes tomorrow morning. I'm not gonna say it. Oh, come on, loosen up. But he doesn't seem to be budging. Perhaps you'll have to resort to using that. Am I gonna touch him? Oh, I don't like that. Desperate times call for desperate measures. You clasp your hands together and put on your best pleading look. Puppy, please, I don't want to drink alone. You can see his resolve crumbling in real time. He's always had a soft spot for you. Okay, now he's doing it. Okay, just this once then. He mosays on over to you, only to pause mid-step above the puddle of water still pooled underneath your seat. I forgot about that. From your peripheral vision, you can see T2 grab a mop. Bao, you're soaking. How long were you outside? A while. Do you have a change of clothes on you, or something to dry yourself off with? I didn't really bring my bag out with me today. Ah, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. He zips up his backpack, digging through his notebooks and papers. Wow, you need to be more careful with your health. Prolonged exposure to cold will negatively affect your immune system, increasing your risk of catching a cold or flu virus. Of course, I have to save everything. Please. Now that you mention it, my head does kind of hurt. I think I might be coming down with a fever. He freaks out immediately. Oh no, what should I do? Do you need anything? Medicine? Water? Here, take my sweater. He starts to wriggle out of his outer layer of clothing, but you quickly grab a hold of his arms, laughing. Whoa, not for free. You'll be giving it back though, right? Not what I meant, but it's fine. I was just joking around. I'm fine. He pulls his clothing back down, straightening out the little snail design on the front. You take notice of the gastropod's choice of eyewear. He's got little sunglasses on. It makes sense. Most land snails are actually nocturnal and dislike bright sunlight. The relationship between continuous light conditions and behavior of the freshwater snail, in other words, shell yeah. Shell yeah. You sniffle. Your nose runny. Guess the combination of cold weather and wet fabric got to you in the end after all. We should still get you to dry off a bit, Bao. Puppy's still digging through his backpack. Finally procures a white towel. Found it. It's clean. In case you were worried about that. You scrunch your face up. Seriously, Pups, I'm fine. And why do you just carry around the towel with you? It's convenient. I use it as a pillow sometimes when I need to sneak in some sleep between classes. That's not weird, right? I don't know, but do you think bartender? Very odd. Why not just bring a pillow at that point? I mean, towels could be used for other stuff too, like dipping it in chloroform to knock people out. No, I meant like using it as a picnic blanket. Nothing but excuses. We've got him cornered now. Detective Bao. Indeed, chloroform kidnapper. Your evil deeds end here and now. You guys do know that application of chloroform via inhaling is a lot more difficult than just dipping a towel in it and holding it over somebody's mouth, right? What? Is that supposed to be a common knowledge? No, pretty sure only a killer of serial variety variety would know that. Yes, I'm not a serial guys. I'm not a serial killer. We're just messing with you, pups. Pup size, draping the towel over your head. Save. Nah. I got it. Not wanting to inconvenience him, you grab the towel yourself, hastily rubbing it against your head. You can feel your hand drying off, but at the cost of serious case of entanglement. Trying to salvage the situation, you attempt to sift your fingers through the clumps of hair to no avail. Yeah, that's going to be a pain to come through later. It's okay. Nothing's some condition I won't fix. Feeling a little more comfortable now that your head is dry, you give Pop a big thumbs up. Thanks, Pops. I didn't want to use the napkins here. Me neither. It feels like sandpaper. Sandpaper. The two of you share a conspiratory giggle. By the way, I didn't get to ask, but is that a new sweater? Mm-hmm. I won it at the trivia booth at the local Snell convention. Snell convention? Yeah, SnellCon. There's a joke to be had here. You know me, I gotta do it. SnellCon my nut. SnellCon my nuts. SnellCon my nut. Damn. Bro is absolutely flabbergasted. C2, having finished mopping up your puddle, returns to its post behind the bar. You two seem close. Well, we're practically attached at the hip. Him and I have been tight since elementary. You grab onto Poppy's arm for emphasis. He smiles in return. How did you two even meet, aside from the fact that you attend the same school together? Do you not have too much information on your history with one another? You strike a dramatic pose in response. It can't be helped. There's a lot you don't know about me. I'm really just a dark, mysterious individual. Okay, he's literally me. I find it hard to consider you dark and mysterious when I've seen you hunched over the bathroom stall throwing up from alcohol poisoning. The lighting's bad in the restrooms. Maybe you just mistook me for someone else. No, you're here so often that the image of your sad, pathetic form is practically burnt into my memory card. You turn to Poppy for help, but he shrugs half-heartedly. You do frequent this place, probably, more often than you should be. Traitor. Anyways, do you want to know the story of how me and Pops met? Trying to change the subject. Definitely trying to change the subject. Now they're teaming up on me. Oh, I think I was 7, 8 years old. I was playing at the old park near the sea, the one with the hills leading towards the shore. It feels like a hazy snapshot or a fading image. The nostalgia makes you smile. I think I was picking dandelions. I thought they looked pretty and I wanted to bring something nice back from my mom. It was a simpler time. Your mom hadn't been diagnosed yet. You shake away the thought. And as I'm picking these dandelions, making little flower crowns, I hear someone yell in the distance. It happens in a flash. It happened in a flash. I see the sky, then I'm falling backwards, tumbling through the grass. Next thing I know, there's this sharp, stabbing pain in my ankle, and a crying boy in my arms. Turns out somebody, not naming any names, completely neglected to check his surroundings while trying to catch a ladybug and crashed right into me. Lady Beetle, actually, there's beetles. There are beetles, not bugs. Oh my god. Ladybug is a misleading term because they are not really a bug. Real bugs, true bugs, are insects from the Hemiptera order. Instead, lady beetles belong to the Coleoptera order, which typically have an elytra that distinguishes Papilidae. The story. Huh? Alright. I was chasing after a lady beetle that has landed on me and flown away. And I got a little bit too caught up in the chase and ended up colliding into Bao. Basically, we both fell down a hill. I sprained my ankle and he fractured his arm, trying to break the fall to send us to the ER together. We were in there for a while, and the whole time Puppy wouldn't stop crying. I think he was more worried about my ankle than his arm. I guess he was just scared. I'd never been able to walk again. Now that I think about it, you made me a promise back then, didn't you? His face flushed red. Looks like he still remembers. What was it again? I don't know. He definitely knows. I think you said, I'll take responsibility for you. Little Pops thought he'd have to become my permanent caretaker. My, how bold. Hey, I was serious, okay? I mean, if you were hurt, look at him now. You found his reaction. I have the feeling this game trying to do something with me, this green-haired pop dude, but I am too dark and mysterious for romance. Unless it's the hot robot lady. Anyways. Amusing. It's always been fun to tease. Anyways, we somehow ended up inseparable by the time we came out of the ER. And well, we wrapped an arm around Puppy's shoulder, pulling him in for a side hug. We've been best friends ever since. A missed opportunity. You couldn't even sue for personal injury. Don't pick on the poor guy. He was just excited to show off cool beetles to his friends. And plus, we wouldn't have met if he didn't crash land onto me, so all went well. All's well that ends well. 2 bodily injuries for a chance meeting seems hefty to me. Honestly, a broken bone was a small price to pay for me to meet Bao. I'd happily break more if it meant I could be friends with him again in another life. He gave you a genuine smile. He'll always be my first pick. Yo. Eto. Puppy's awkward at times, but he's always been straightforward and honest about his fondness for you. It is one of the many things you like about him. You can't help but return his smile. And you're my first pick too. I'm telling you guys, they're trying to set me up, but I won't budge. But no more broken bones. I prefer having you around in one piece. Speaking of that park though, I wonder what happened to it. Is it still there? No, I was in the area once and stopped by. They completely demolished it. There's a large commercial building standing in its place now. Oh, that's a little sad. Yeah, I miss it too. That hill was special to me. You turn to face C2, who looks almost amused. Can robots even feel amused? What? Nothing, just observation. Now, are you two ready to order? Or am I going to have to peacefully escort you off the premises? Puppy doesn't even miss a beat. One agape's devotion for me with extra strawberry and the sugary rim. The usual then, and you, Bao? Oh, I have good taste. Now watch this. Of course. No, this would be setup. I can't fall. Can't take the same thing that Puppy's taking. Infatuation on tendency. I like infatuation because it's a cool word. You glance at the menu. It's vodka, stained crimson by the raspberries and black cherries floating at the top. Ooh, okay, I picked a good drink, guys. I picked a good drink. You've never seen this drink before. Is this a new menu item? P2 follows your gaze. Mania's infatuation? Let's just added it recently. I can't say I'd recommend it though. I've already gotten multiple complaints about the taste. Maybe you're losing your touch, old bot. Or maybe it's just a shitty drink. I like her attitude. The idea of ingesting God's awful vodka has your interest piqued. I love shitty drinks, give me more. It's your funeral. You watch in silence as the android begins to measure out the portions of your drinks with extreme precision. It's almost mesmerizing. Puppy gives you a small tug on your sleeve, breaking your concentration. Bao? What's up? Tomorrow after you've done with classes, are you free? I don't want to bully him more. Yeah, why are you asking me out on a date? Nani? It can be whatever you want it to be. I'm happy as long as we get to hang out. So I want to check out at the new commercial building you mentioned, the one where the park once was. And you don't have to decide now, just let me know by tomorrow. Sure, but what's with the sudden interest? I'm curious about it, and you seem kind of down. I thought maybe I'd help you cheer up. I'd help cheer you up. How could you tell? I thought I was acting pretty normally today. It's just a feeling. It's always been oddly perceptive of your emotional state. Is it about your mom? Or maybe he's just an Esper. You sigh, resting your face against the cool surface of the bar. Yes, I went to visit her today. Did her condition worsen? Stage D. Puppy goes silent, well aware of the implication of those words. He's been studying pharmaceutical science for a few years now, and it is even the subject of him and his team's research work. To think of the little boy who wanted nothing more than to have the world's largest insect collection was now working to create medicine that would help others. You pause. Hey, wait, you've always wanted to be an entomologist, didn't you? Study bugs, follow in your parents' footsteps in zoology. I did. Then why you switched to track in medical chemistry? I mean, clearly you're smart enough to pursue entomology. And it's something you're still passionate about, so why didn't you? Well, I do like entomology, and I would have been nice. It would have been nice as a career choice, but he tilts his head to look at you. I found something else that I wanted more. Even more than insect collection? Even more than insect collection? Puppy giggles. Way more. Sorry to interrupt, but your drinks are ready. You straighten out in your seat as C2 sets your mania's infatuation in front of you. Oh, looks good. Thanks, old bot. You're welcome. You two enjoy yourself. Ring me up if you need anything else. Beep boop. With that, the bartender gives you an indiscernible, almost smug look before disappearing behind employees only door. It's just you and Puppy now. He looks at the sugar on the rim of his glass before taking a tentative sip of his drink. How is it? Good. C2 pretty much has my preference down to a T. What are your preferences anyways? Huh? Yeah, tease him. Your preferences, Pops. Sweet vanilla? Something a little more spicy? You mean like fizzy or spicy? Looks like he needs a little bit more pushing before things get through that surprisingly thick skull of his. And I forgot to say, fuck! You trace your fingers on the edge of his glass, picking up tiny crystals of sugar before popping it into your mouth. Sure, spicy. He looks confused for a moment before gears working overtime in his head, and then his mouth pops into a small oh. Looks like he's finally caught on. Are we talking about drinks? I don't know, are we? Looks like his poor brain is fried. You decide to let him off easy for now. You pick up your own glass, admiring the intricate work that went behind layering the liquids inside. Attentively, you take a sip. Your face sours up. C2 was right. This does taste like crap. The vodka itself is flavorless, instead relying on the black cherries and raspberries sprinkled on it for added taste. Even still, it does nothing to mask the ill sensation that comes with it. You feel like throwing up. Puppy downs the rest of his drinks and wipes his mouth with a napkin. Then he fidgets around for a moment. Something's clearly on his mind. Okay, now I'm not forgetting to save. Did I save? I don't think so. Anyways. Yeah, let's bully him more. Something up, pups? Start up. I just need to think about how I should word it. He tugs lightly at his stray strand of hair, a nervous habit of his. Oh, there is a stray strand of hair, I didn't even realize. Alright. And there are weird balls above his, like, glasses. It's pretty odd. Pretty odd. And what are those pink lamps in the background? And there are weird, like, wires connecting stuff together. As if this whole building's just about to fly away. Like the roof is about to fly away and those strings are like holding it down. But whatever. I got it. You're probably the strongest person I know, Bao. You always face your hardships and head on without any complaints. And well, I really look up to you for that. I think it's an admirable strength. But whenever you're feeling down, you tend to hide it from other people. Even if you're really struggling, you still go about your day with a smile, as if nothing is wrong. Okay, this is not me. He peers at your face, gauging your expression. Or gauging, or whatever. I know I'm not the best person to talk about this kind of stuff, but I've been around long enough to know when you're really hurting. So it's fine for you to be sad. I'd never judge you for it, and it won't make me think any less of you if you do. He tugs at his stray strand of hair again. I know there's not much I can do to help, but I'm here for you, for anything, if you need it. Oh, sweet Papillidae, what did you do to deserve him? Oh, this is his full name? I'd rather call him like Day or so, like Dave. What's good? My ass is not hugging him. Okay, I'm hugging him. Good boy. You reach out for a hug, and Puppy immediately wraps its arms around you. It's an instant comfort. He's soft, he's warm, smells like the morning. Okay, hold on, bro. They're trying to set me up. I want a robot lady though. He smells like the morning dew and fresh laundry. When's the last time someone's hugged you like this before? You can't even remember. You hate crying in public. It makes you feel weak, like you're inconveniencing those around you. But with Puppy, it's different. Somehow, you feel like everything will be okay. He rubs at your back reassuringly as you bury your face into his scarf. That's a scarf? Alright, I thought it was just a really thick hoodie. Not fair. I haven't even gotten to pay her. You already did. I don't want to lose her. I know. I deserve to have my mom. You do. You stay there for a while, letting all your bottled up emotions run free. Puppy continues patting you on the back in smooth, gentle motions. It's comfortable here, so comfortable that you never want to leave. But all good things must come to an end. Finally, you pull away, wiping at your tear-stricken face with your hands. Thank you, I needed that. He nods solemnly. I just wish there was more I could do for you. He pauses for a moment, seemingly dealing with some inner conflict. I'll work harder. Hey, you do plenty for me already. Who else would lend me a towel in my most dire hour of need? Puppy pouts unhappily. A serial killer, apparently. Oh, Pops, are you still mad about that? It was just a joke. Puppy, come on. Okay, forgiven. That was fast. Thank you. You sigh, leaning back in your chair. I gotta say, first my mom, then this sudden storm. I feel like my life's been nothing but a series of bad luck recently. Maybe someone cursed me, look at me the wrong way. Has a voodoo doll with my name on it. Whatever it is, I hope it passes soon. I'm just so tired of it all. Wait, I've got it. He fumbles with his scarf for a moment before presenting to you with something shiny. Here, you can have this. The pin's colors are a bit faded and chipped from years of wear, but it's clean. He's been taking good care of it. You've never seen Puppy so... Hold on. You've never seen Puppy go a day without this trinket, so it comes... Oh, what the fuck? Suddenly I have to like... Okay, I'm back. So it comes out as a surprise that he's offering up something so precious to you now. I had to yawn for a moment. They say lady beetles can grant wishes, and I know it's not a real one, but maybe the magic's still there, you know? I didn't really take care of you for the superstitions type. I didn't really take you for this superstitious type, being a STEM kid and all. Hehe. There are some things in this world that science just can't explain. Okay, I mean, I like to bully him, but I'm not that mean. So I'm just gonna take the pin, I guess. You pick up the pin from his hand and carefully hook it onto your own shirt. Thoughts? Super awesome! Oh, holy shit. Super awesome sauce! You think some of your genius will get transferred to me now, too? No, you're asking for me. Now you're asking for too much. This is so childish. What's next? Don't tell me you two still believe in Santa Claus. Oh shit, new person. Who is this? You turn to face your uninvited guest. Damn. Louis Lou? Oh good. So your eyes do work. Louis Lou, your friend, your enemy. You're not quite sure. Is it like enemies to lovers type shit? You know what I'm saying? She has the presence of a tornado, entering and exiting people's lives on her own whims, without much regard for the destructive path she leaves behind. Perhaps? Yeah. This thing was supposed to bring me good luck, right? Well, there's no actual correlation between lady beetles and increased statistically probability in good fortune. Are you sure you didn't just curse me instead? I don't think so. Louise crossed her legs in response, not fazed in the slightest by your obvious displeasure at her appearance. Not me though. Do you even know how long I've been sitting here? No? 10 minutes. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes. Oh, no, did he watch me hug him? Yeah, that's kind of weird. Alright. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes, waiting for either of you to take notice. Do you have any idea how embarrassing it was for me to watch you two flirt with each other? You thinking about it makes me want to throw up. You know, you could have just said hi. I didn't want to interrupt your little moment. Oh, and she even has a good fit. I like her necklace. And her dress. Elegant. She impatiently taps her fingers on the bar's countertop, clearly irritated. You're not quite sure what's gotten her so riled up. She's usually cool and composed. Something must have really ticked her off. Hi, Louise. It's been a while. She doesn't respond. Are you interested in lady beetles? I have an illustrated book that provides a look at the evolution of the insect family. Never mind. You sigh. So, Louise, are you here to finally apologize for ghosting me for the past 2 months? Look, I was busy. It was not done out of malice. I'm not an idiot, Louise. You were mad that I didn't want to be your own personal little secretary, and you decided to take it out on me by ignoring all my texts and calls. Believe whatever you want, Bao. I have neither the time nor patience to correct every wrong notion a person's had about me. Maybe they're not notions, but it's just the truth. You know, it's not like you had a great reputation in the first place. Before we even met, I heard all these bad rumors about you, and I thought it was just because people were jealous. I mean, you're rich, you're conventionally attractive, and you've got charisma in your own way. The glaze is amazing. So I thought maybe you were misunderstood. Maybe people just didn't like seeing a successful woman and wanted to put you down. But now that I do know you, I can say this for sure. You're just objectively a terrible person. The only The only reason you ever kept people around is because they still have something of value to offer you. As soon as they outlive their use, you toss them aside. Louise doesn't even bat an eye at your accusation. Bao, everything in this world is transactional. You give something in the form of time, labor or money, and you receive something of similar value in return. Friendships are transactional. Love is transactional. Even families are transactional. It's not uncommon to see fights break out amongst relatives over fictional reasons. Financial reasons. The fuck? If something or someone loses its value, it gets thrown away. That's just how the world works. As long as someone has the talent or can provide value to my life in any way, I am more than willing and happy to compensate them for their time and effort. And I have always been fair in upholding my end of a bargain. I think the reason you are upset with my lack of communication is because you're mistaken about our relationship with one another. I'm not your friend, or companion, or your partner, or your lover. I'm just here to do business, so don't go growing any personal attachments to me, because I want for you. Glad we're on the same page, then because I never want to see you again. An air of tension stagnates between the two of you. Finally, Louise sighs. Goodness, I don't know why I'm still here. Normally, I'd have left by the first insult and plotted your downfall by the second. How generous, so why haven't you? I don't know, I've been asking myself the same question as of late. Perhaps it's a pity. No, it's more like sympathy. What happened to not developing any personal attachment? Perhaps it's because it's one of the few times I can relate with someone else. I know about your mother's condition. Okay, how? that catches you off guard. Why the hell are you digging around through my life? Just hear me out, Bao. I'm no stranger to your grief you're experiencing right now. I lost my ma and ba when I was 17. Ba. This is not... Is this French? I don't think so. I hope not. I hate French people. Losing one's parents is not a pain I would wish upon anyone else, and I mean that. She seems genuine. There's a hint of profound bitterness, sadness behind her hardened gaze. You never liked Louise, but you do to some degree respect her. Despite her questionable methods, she's always been capable and firm, a woman who, much like you, stubbornly refuses to show even a moment of weakness to others. You've always viewed her as this unshakable pillar, not to be looked down upon nor pitied. But right now, she doesn't look like a towering figure of steel will and unshaken resolve. You look at her, and all you see is a vulnerable young girl. Of course I have to talk with her. She's the love of my life. My beautiful, toxic, elegant lady. 1 minute. A bit of water is necessary for my throat. Alright. And it's safe, right? Okay. Ask her about it. Louise Liu is the last person you expect to find solace in. And yet, as she sits before you, you feel an odd sense of connection with her. A mutual understanding, forgetting through a mutual pain. What happened? I don't know the full story. Oh shit. The music just said no. Okay, we're serious now. I don't know the full story. The police only even figured out bits and pieces based on circumstantial evidence from the crash. It happened 6 years ago on my birthday. It's a necklace. Oh wait, Chinese? Okay, I'm racist. My brothers insisted that we all go celebrate. My brothers insisted that we all go celebrate at a family villa. The trip would take a few hours by car, and we would have to cross a mountain to get there. Obviously, I didn't want to go. I wanted to spend my birthday with my friends. But Lu Ren was the family's beloved baby boy, so naturally, Ma and Ba listened to him. The morning of our departure, I came down with a particularly nasty fever. Our physician said I would need to rest in bed for at least a few days. I was quite pleased with this turn of events, but Lu Ren got upset. He would have me go even despite my being sick. Despite my being sick. Well, luckily, my parents had a sliver of sensibility left. They had me remain at home while they left for the trip themselves. She's gone quiet. This next part is difficult for her to share. The rest is, like I said, bits and pieces, but I don't know the full truth. I don't know if I ever will. Police found the wreckage. They think they must have been rounding a bend when a deer or some other large animal jumped in front of the vehicle. The driver ended up veering them all off a cliff, straight into the woods below. Search and rescue combed the area for weeks. They found the car, but never the bodies, not the driver, nor my family. But on the 13th day of their search, something finally came up. My little brother. They found him wandering around the wreckage in a daze. No clue how they missed him before. He was immediately sent to the hospital, where he was questioned by authorities. Would you believe it? He couldn't remember a thing. The doctors say it's retrograde amnesia, brought on by some form of trauma. You don't sound so convinced, because I am not. I find it hard to believe that a 14-year-old boy could survive on his own out there for 2 whole weeks, all while somehow managing to slip under SAR's radar. And for three bodies to just disappear, even wild animals leave tracks behind when they bury their meals. The trip was his idea. He insisted I come. My fever must have thrown a wrench in his plans. It must have been premeditated. He must have had outside help. But he wouldn't do that, would he? He's your brother, not my blood. That's news to you. He's adopted? No, you adopted. She looks irritated at your line of questioning. Yes. My parents couldn't conceive, so they adopted me. But it turns out all they needed to do was just try a little harder, because 3 years later they pop out the baby boy they've always wanted. You might have accidentally poked at an old wound. I'm not that mean, holy shit. I'm gonna be mean later. Show sympathy. Louis sighed. Stop it already. I know where this is going, and I didn't share because I wanted to be pitied. She sighs, brushing off her dress. Lucky me, right? Adopted by a wealthy family. That's quite literally the dream of most people. It's not that simple. My days of luxury are short-lived. Soon my brother will turn 20, and when he does, he'll have full control over the family and its finances. I'll be entirely at his mercy. What? You two are siblings, shouldn't you both receive something? They lose their old money. They have customs and traditions deeply rooted in a patriarchal lineage that spans centuries. For my brother, that means he's immediately first in line to become the family's head, to inherit everything that otherwise would have been mine. As for me, I'm going to be married off to whichever family will best secure my brother's position within high society, auctioned off like cattle. And I highly doubt the boy who killed his own parents and meticulously removed all evidence of his crimes has any room left in his heart to hear out the woes of his dear adopted sister. Kova Bomba. What are these responses? What the fuck? Why am I such a bitch? I don't want to be a bitch. That's crazy. That's rough, buddy. Just like, it's like Suka. That's rough, but ow. Luz gives your shin a swift kick with her heels. Nice. It is rough, which brings me to the subject matter at hand. I need you two to do a favor for me regarding my baby brother, and I will reward you for your efforts. You blinked once, then twice. Ah, that's why she sought you out today? Bloop. I'm not a bitch. I'll do it. I knew it. It's never that simple with you, is it? Everything has to be transactional. There's always a catch. We sigh, too tired to even let anger take over. Fine, I'll humor you. What deal do you want to strike this time? I can get your mom a heart transplant. No wait. No wait, lists necessary. No long procedures. Everything paid for and taken care of. With the best cardiothoracic surgeons money can buy. And what do you want in return? Louise smiles. That's a cool smile. That's cool lips. I'd like you to find evidence of foul play regarding my brother's involvement in my parents' deaths. Like I said, Lu Ren will be turning 20 soon. He'll have a Guan Li ceremony to celebrate his coming of age, and then he will officially become the head of the family. I can't have that happening. I've already lost my parents to that monster. I refuse to lose their legacy as well. I'll need something big, something that will permanently hinder his claim to the inheritance, while also helping me garner the support of our relatives and other family friends. Your head feels like it's about to burst, but How am I supposed to find any evidence? This happened 6 years ago. I'll be setting you up on a blind date with him. Haha, he is the blind date. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. You and Puppy both give her a weird look. She rolls her eyes in response. Of course, this is a date in name only. What I really want from you is to extract information out of him pertaining to my parents' case. If you succeed in bringing me back something useful that I can actually use, I'll have. Okay, I have to yawn way too much, chill. I'll have my people on standby begin the transplant operation on your mother. And if I don't, then the deal's off. This doesn't seem safe. What makes you so sure your brother will agree to this date, especially one that you set up for him? He will, 'cause I'm his type. These types of arranged meetings aren't uncommon for those within our circle, and since my network is larger than Lou Ren's, I've been tasked with appointing him blind dates in order to find a suitable marriage partner. I've been setting him up for these dates for years now. I know his type now, and I've realized he has a tendency to slip up when he has something he wants placed in front of him. And I have confidence he'll slip. He's got a various he got he's got a voracious personality that can only be sedated by someone with a strong will, someone such as yourself. Thank you, thank you. I am the Demon Prince of Darkness after all. So play along, wind him up, lure him in with false promises, and gather proof, any proof. If you can't find any, make it yourself, whatever it is that gets the job done. So we're setting it up. So we're setting him up. Great. She tossed the folder on the table. Here's information that my investigators have collected on him over the years. The photography itself is outdated, but I recommend you read over it. She points towards one section. His habits, his hobbies, his likes, his interests. He's a very self-indulgent individual. He spends his time either pursuing the arts or enjoying fine dining. His mansion has a subsection dedicated towards the things he's collected over the years. She points towards another paragraph. His financial and travel records, purchasing history, and contacts. He often takes trips to isolated places in the mountains. Okay. I went through great lengths to acquire it. He's a private person who doesn't enjoy showing his face in public since the accident. This seems extreme. Huh, does it? Everyone says I'm just being paranoid, that he's simply self-conscious over his disfigurement, and that's why he's kept himself since. But I know otherwise, and I know whatever it is that he's been hiding won't be for so long. I will reveal the truth, and I will get my revenge for everything he's done to me in the past. What did he do? She gets up from her seat, ready to leave. You hastily run after her. Wait, Louise! This is all a lot to take in. And I don't know if I'll ever accept this deal. It's just... Nice. She ignores you, instead continuing her walk towards the door, where a man is already holding the door open for her, an umbrella in hand. When you make eye contact with her, you can tell that she already knows you won't be refusing this job. You only have one mother, Bao, and no amount of money can bring the debt back. If there's anything you need to prepare in advance, contact me. I will provide it for you. And you promise that my mom will receive the proper treatment as soon as I come back with your information. I swear it. So work hard. I want payback for the Wong Ba Dun. The Wong Ba Dun responsible for my parents' empty graves. And that's the end of the demo. Make sure to check out our Discord, Patreon, and socials for updates and announcements. Thank you for playing, and stay tuned for more. Alright, I'm gonna go back to on my shit and see where this leads me. Should have brought an umbrella. You should have brought an umbrella with you. It wouldn't do you any good to catch a cold now. The roads are empty, night's creeping into the city. Despite your protests, the nurse had to shoo you out. Okay, it's gonna be the same. Next. Sumimasen! You turn to see the trail of rainwater left in your wake. Oh shoot, sorry buddy. I like how we call her body. I didn't even realize. You grab a napkin and toss it on top of the man-made puddle, but the cheap material simply disintegrates into soggy smaller pieces. That didn't help, did it? No. The napkins suck, and while I'm at it, toilet paper, it's sandpaper. Did we get it already? Management been cutting corners, not much I can do about it. Maybe you should... Achoo! You hastily wipe at your face. Sounds of his models. I think we have that already. Yeah, we have this already. Alright. This is a lot of stuff going on here. Let's gossip. You're a bartender. Surely you have heard some juicy gossip as of late. Maybe I have. Spill. Professor Joy from your school came in here the other day. The biology professor? Yes. He said that the school would soon be receiving a large grant thanks to the efforts of his research team. There are quite a few extraordinarily bright minds working with him this year, some of them even winning awards on national levels. One student in particular stands out. They've made a huge scientific advancement during their time at the lab. Oh my god, this is a lot of yap. So much in such a short amount of time. In fact, that Joy jokes that they've probably already found the cure to every disease on the planet. But the professor did seem a little concerned about whether or not they've been receiving outside help. The kind super genius can produce results, but the things they've created just aren't possible without prior knowledge of certain things. And he's a little concerned about the sources of those discoveries. He wants the best for his students, but he also cares deeply about maintaining the academic integrity and ethics of their work. I guess professors care more than I thought. I always assumed they were just in it for the paycheck. Then they're jerks. Joy is just notoriously passionate about his work. But to summarize, his students are all intelligent and hardworking individuals. He's looking forward to writing a letter of recommendations for them in the future. Wow, what am I doing with my life? Am I right? I ask myself the same question every time I see you. Nice. Thanks. Just stretching your arms up into the air. Okay, they didn't cheer me up. What is cheering me up though? Yes. Rumors. Had any rumors? Bad ones. See now, you've got me curious. What is it? There are rumors of a human trafficking ring going on within the city. People have been going missing for a while now, but the police haven't been able to gain any major leads. They suspect that it's the work of a serial killer, but the intelligent analyst that frequents this bar says otherwise. Why is that? Serial killers tend to target a specific profile and leave behind a modus operandi of sorts. The victims, however, don't exactly share many similarities with one another. The age, gender, race, background, and physical features are all over the place. If the crime scene's characteristics don't match up, it makes it difficult for them to find any patterns in their disappearances. That being said, the police are unsure if it really is human trafficking. It really is human trafficking. They lack the data to reach anything conclusive, and the whole serial killer theory is merely a rumor started up by the people as a result of slow investigation. That's scary. I'm kind of regretting asking now. Be cautious when walking out in the streets alone after dark. I recommend traveling in groups of at least 2 or more. Good idea. I'm stretching again. And I'm sad again. Womp womp. Okay, what's about trends? What are the latest trends? There's one that's popular right now, but I don't think you could even afford it. You just tell me already. There's an old high-end restaurant at the edge of the city that recently went viral on social media. You got quite the view. The restaurant itself overlooks the sea towards the lighthouse at the end of the bay. Maybe in the full game, this is where we like date the dude. Yeah, the Luren. So that's it. And while the location is certainly incredible, the menu is what's been drawing everyone's attention. They're probably the only establishment within the 72 zones exempt from conservational laws and regulations. Meaning they've complete control over what they want to serve without any regards to endangered species or unethical farming practices, wild game carrying potential diseases, illegal and unregulated seafood, animal products obtained through cruel methods, anything goes. Why would anyone even want to eat that? Why else? Because nobody else gets to. The dinners aren't just paying for the food, they're paying for the exclusivity to taste something others are forbidden to consume. I believe reservations for a seat are currently estimated at around a 2-year wait. 2 years? They are only open once a week and admit no more than 10 parties at night. I'll never understand the elite. It's dry. You sigh, stretching your arms again. Oh, and I'm sad again. Womp womp. Okay. Now I'm gonna reassure him. Well, fine, Pops. You know what they say, idiots can't catch colds. You're not an idiot though. You pinch at his cheek. Okay, I still, when I'm not trying to tease him, I'm gonna tease him. It's crazy. Whatever you say. You sniffle, your nose runny, guess the combination. Okay. That's not much. Let him do it. Oh no, this is kind of weird. You sit back and relax, letting Puppy take the reins. He's careful not to hurt you, cautiously combing through any particularly stubborn knots as he methodically parts your hair to dry off every section. It reminds you of the old days when you used to play together in the park after school. You know, I used to be the one cleaning up after you. Guess our roles have reversed, huh? Puppy hums. Seeing as how my messes were mud trails, dirt tracks, and the occasional wild animal, I'd say you got the short end of the stick. You used to drive my mom crazy with all the weird bugs you bring into the house. I may or may not have gotten a little over-eager in sharing my insect collection with you. He runs his fingers through your hair, gently massaging your scalp. It feels comfortable. Can he stop petting my head? Physical touch isn't a new concept between the two of you. Growing up, you often hugged and held hands. Alright, buddy. You have even on more than one occasion shared the same bed. Now that's alright. Sharing the bed with your bros. But things have been different as of late. A slight shift in your dynamic with one another. A softer tone, a softer voice. The weird, unbearable feeling in your chest. Does he notice it too? You don't bring it up. You don't want to bring it up. It feels like something you'd ruin if you looked it in the face. And Don Ezo sets the towel down and table, clearly pleased with his handiwork. Feeling a little more comfortable now that your head is dry, you give Puppy a big thumbs up. Thanks, Pops. I didn't want to use the napkins. Yeah, okay. You already have that sandpaper. Spare him. Not too sweet little Puppy. With great effort you push down the thought. Having finished mopping the puddle, returns to him close. Yes. For some reason we are. And now I'm calling cute. I said you're cute, silly. Puppy looks away. Thank you. You're welcome. Anyways, we somehow ended up inseparable. We came out of the year, and well... Side hug. Okay. I thought that's gonna be way weirder when I called him cute, but... It's alright. Be embarrassed. Alright. I'm embarrassed. You try to say something nice back. That's cringe. Well, maybe next time. Speaking of that park, the other one that happened. Okay. This is again not much. Not much. Oh yeah, another drink would be nice, kind of. Give me the pragma. Glance at the menu. Amber color bourbon drink, garnished with an orange slice. I'll take pragma's tendency. Interesting choice. That's Finnegan's favorite. The sudden mention of Finn's name nearly has you jumping out of your seat. Out of habit, you quickly scour through your surroundings to make sure he's not in your vicinity. Body, you can't just name drop my ex like that. Why am I having relations with all characters? Literally all characters besides Body. Why not? He's my coworker. He got a shift here every Monday and Wednesday. Nearly forgotten. Alright. The bartender seems mildly amused at your reaction. Is that why I never see you around on those days? Who knows? Maybe I should get him to work here full time. Very funny. He watched in silence and danger and run. Small talks leave. And now he's asking me for shit. And I'm not gonna tease him. Depends. Okay, it's just gonna be nothing. It's gonna be for drinks. Sweeter things, but not artificial sweet, more like fruity sweet, natural sweet. You're artificially sweetened things. Oh god, he's yapping. Oh my god. It might be because of the sweetener used. Saccharin and acesulfame K possesses an intrinsic lingering bitter aftertasting which increased with higher concentrations. I have no idea what any of that means, but I concur. Yeah, I got my drink. You pick up your own glass, admiring the intricate work that went behind labeling the liquids inside. Then, tentatively, you take a sip. As much as you hate to admit it, Finn has got a good taste. The bourbon slides down smoothly, leaving a slightly fiery aftertaste. The heat from the alcohol feels nice, with hints of butterscotch honey. You sigh. What a dangerous drink. You could easily get drunk off this. Puppy downs his drink. Let him cook. Sharing. Don't pressure him, so he just tucks his hair and now he's yapping. Place your hardships. It's an admirable strength. But whenever you're feeling down, I tend to hide it from. Okay. Okay, now this is something you already done. No hug. Yeah, no hug. Fuck you. You feel your walls beginning to crumble, but you swallow the feeling down. You don't want to cry, not in public, not in front of him. Great effort, few deep breath. You manage to calm your emotions and give Puppy a smile. Thank you, Pups. I really appreciated it. He nods solemnly. Just wish there was more I could do for you. He paused a moment, seemingly dealing with some inner conflict. I'll work harder. Hey you, plenty for me already. Who else would lend me a towel in my most dire hour of need? But he pouts unhappily. Okay, got that. Don't take the pin! Fuck you! I can't take this, Pups. It's your special pin. But, really, Pups, you've done plenty for me already. Okay. And then, this is so childish. What's next? Don't tell me you two still believe in Santa Claus. Nice. Yeah, let's take another drink. Let's take his drink. Strawberry cocktail garnished with dark green mint. You smile to yourself. The leafy green of the mint reminds you of someone's hair. Something says Puppy. Same thing as Puppy. He bumps your shoulder lightly. Awesome sauce. C2 seems less enthused. 2 cavity bombs coming right up. That was nothing. Okay, now he's yapping. Blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Okay, look at this. Poppy has a good taste. The cocktail is both sweet and refreshing, the addition of strawberries contributing to a bit of tartness within the overall flavor. You smile. This drink really does remind you of Pops, a dorky sweetheart who's always uplifting your mood. Puppy downs the rest of his drinks and wipes his mouth. Yes, I know that already. Okay, now we're the same. Hug him. Okay. I think this is almost it. Now we can just be mean to the Chinese lady now. I'm not gonna say anything. She's hurt plenty of people through her lifetime. Her past suffering do not justify her present actions, nor does it warrant any commiseration from you. Louise Liu is bad news and you want nothing to do with her. Puppy on the other hand is much more prone to a display of sadness than you are. What happened? Oh, he's asking for me. Okay, I know that. And now I can just be mean, I think. Yeah, fuck you. So that's the reason behind that terrible personality of yours. Mommy and daddy didn't love you enough. Haha, I know I liked you for it. Oh damn, what the fuck? So if I'm a bitch, I'm just matching a vibe. Okay, okay, this is how you get the person you're interested in. Just be a bitch. But it only works if they're a bitch too, so. Kimi, right? Adopted by the wealthy family. Damn shit. Okay, I just gotta be mean with her. Kawabama. Louis gives you a shin. Oh, she's kicking me. Is it the bummer which brings you the subject matter of it? Baby brother. Okay. Oh, I want to check out the shell now. This doesn't seem like a very shell yet situation. I don't know what that means, and I don't even want to waste any of my brain cells trying to figure it out. But the next part is important, so listen carefully. Once he's yapping about a baby brother. Okay. Get upset. Fuck you. I thought it was out of character for you to even speak to me first, much less show any sympathy for my dying mom. You can feel your anger bubbling over as you rise from your seat, glaring down at Louise. I can't believe I actually sat there and listened to you butter me up with your sob story. All that so you could string me around like another one of your little puppets. You're the worst, Louise Liu. Puppy rests his hand on your shoulder, soothing over your emotions. Let's just leave, Bao. Don't let her get to you. You might want to hear the rest of what I have to say before you go. I'd hate for you to look back at this day with regret. You glare at her from your seat, but you don't move. Wonderful. I can get your mom a heart transplant. What? Yes, then it's just gonna be a little skip, and this is it for the game. It's kind of interesting, but also there are a lot of like new gen nuances and jokes that feel very modern, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just still a bit new for me. I'm interested about the main date, of course, and I hope when the full game comes out that we have the ability like date the robot lady, because I like the robot lady. Yeah. And maybe the game tries a bit too hard to set me up with the green haired dude, which is not necessarily my cup of tea, because I like to have like a choice. But even if I like try to keep a bit of distance between me and him, we're still almost like tongue kissing. So yeah. Yeah, that's it for There's Something Wrong with My Blind Date. And unfortunately, we haven't gotten to meet the blind date because it's only a demo. So you can download the video game in a link down below, and Have a wonderful day.